What's up, party people, and welcome back to our matchup mastery series. Today we're going to take a look at Elena, and we're going to start off with 5 general tips to help you get started in this matchup. Tip number 1 is her stand medium punch target combo is a string, but have the uppercut option select ready to beat anything that isn't the light after. This is very important to learn in this matchup. Number 2, Elena has a lot of moves that whiff on crouchers. Pretty obvious, but mindful Elena's will try to cancel into Link's roll after the spin scythe. That is her roll. Number 3 is piggybacking off of tip number 2. So Elena has 3 options off of this Link's roll cancel. More on that in the matchup tips, but the major one you're going to watch out for is the leopard snap, which leaves her +1 on block. There's an 11 frame gap between to interrupt her. Tip number 4, try not to whiff your buttons. In my opinion, Elena's biggest strength as a character comes from her whiff punish ability, and a lot of Elena's will just use her back block speed to get you to whiff something and then punish you and destroy you that way. Tip number 5, Elena might be the worst character in the game when she is burnt out. Her burnout is awful. Like DJ, her level 1 is not strike invulnerable. This is why things like tip number 1, where you can trade 2 drive bar for 3, are really important. It's a mini game with characters like this. The mini game goal being, if she gets burnt out before you do, your chances of winning the round go up a ton. Be mindful of your meter in this matchup. That's it for our 5 general tips. Head on over to the full video if you guys want to understand more of the Elena matchup. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the short, whatever you want to do. We'll see you over there. Let's talk optimal range to fight Elena. So Elena's biggest strength is in her close mid-range. Leaning a little bit farther to the mid-range. Our rock, paper, scissors model tells us that makes her the weakest at the mid-far/far ranges. Her standing heavy punch, forward heavy punch, and heavy kick can lead to big damage and corner carry on punish counter. These are the moves you want to be outside of the range for, and ones you're going to want to learn how to whiff punish for sure in this matchup. If she's using them out of pocket, you need a punisher for it. When she is right in your face, her stand medium kick is her go-to. It's honestly basically Luke's crouch medium punch, but a little higher off the ground. +1 on block, but a 6 frame startup just like Luke, so it can't leak into itself without a drive rush. It is her major frame trap tool. Her walk speed is above average, but walking backwards in these situations where you have to block her stand medium kick isn't a bad idea, because she can't really confirm off of those into big damage. She doesn't have a crouch medium kick drive rush, so her best option to catch you slipping is the crouch medium kick target combo. It's got a pretty tight hit confirm window, and it whiffs if you're crouching, so not easy, which leads into her basic Oki. Her slide's also amazing for catching walkbacks, but it's just a slide, it's just a knockdown. It's a bit farther than the forward heavy punch range. At the furthest range, Elena can't do too much at all. She can get into effective range with her Link's roll, however, pretty quickly, but if she overcommits to this, it's incredibly easy to punish on reaction. The first and most important matchup tip is you got to scroll down on this video and you got to click subscribe on that channel. And I'm not BSing you, the science is in. This is real life fact. Not only will you have a 63.95% chance of beating 5 more Elenas in your lifetime, but you'll also experience a statistically significant boost in romantic success with extra tall women. I'm talking WNBA sinners here, man. We're talking women who could dunk the ball without jumping. Women who have to fold themselves in half to ride shotgun in your Honda Civic. Women who could change ceiling light bulbs without a ladder, but you're going to need one in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And hey, they might just change your lives. Wow. There. What can I say? You ever fall in love with a skyscraper in heels before? Subscribe now and get you one. Specific matchup tips for Elena. The unenhanced versions are of her rolls are 10 frames for the thrust kick, which is -5 on block, so punishable. 8 frame startup and -9 on the launcher version, medium kick version, and 22 frame startup on the overhead, but that one's -3. So her Link's roll options, first is doing nothing, which leaves her -12 open for big punishes. The go-to will be the Leopard Snap, which we covered earlier. That one can be interrupted. Her Harvest Circle Launcher is now -4 in this scenario, so you got to have your quickest punishes ready if you block this one. This one also has a gap, albeit smaller. It's still 9 frames though, so buffering a medium punch can cover both. Just delay it, you know, and you could actually cover most of your options that way. Then there's the Mallet Smash, which is the overhead, and it's actually +3 on block. But that's got the biggest gap yet. It's 23 frame gap, and that will get blown up by a lot of buttons. Again, I suggest buffering the medium punch, because if you buffer lows, this overhead will actually punish counter you, but the medium punches pretty much across the board will catch Elena out of the rhinos, the Mallet Smash. EX version is always enhanced versions of her Link's roll, and it's the same as all the information I gave you, but 2 frames quicker on everything. The major one to know about this is it makes the Harvest Circle, the launcher, a much smaller gap, so it beats mashing. Delaying a good medium again will beat this, and it'll cover the gaps. Just be careful with lows again, because the overhead. Get in the habit of reacting to her rolls basically every time with a delayed medium punch. There may be more layers into later on, but you'll get a good foundation of this matchup. A lot of people don't know what to do about the rolls. Just delay a crouch medium punch, and you'll either block her stuff, which most of it's punishable, if not all of it's punishable, except for the overhead. But if you delay that medium punch, you'll beat everything else. If the Elena does hit the first 2 hits of her spin scythe, but didn't confirm it and goes into a roll, she can mix you with throws. If you've been drive impacting or trying to parry her follow-up, she'll probably start doing this. If she does, you could buffer a backdash here, and she's actually -12 if she goes for the throw here and you backdash, so you get a juicy punish. A note for most of her mid-screen hits is that Elena can beat strikes with a drive rush after, but throws won't reach you mid-screen, making parry not as risky to go for in her drive rush Oki situation here. That changes in the corner, however. She also has no real throw loop in the corner without drive rush, so keep that in mind, and you could probably get out of trouble a lot easier, because you could see if she's drive rushing you. That's the only way she could throw it here. One more matchup tip is good Elenas aren't going to be going nuts with her. They're not going to be playing like no Rashids or Bisons or Kins. She has no safe neutral skip moves, and really none of her special moves are safe. A good Elena is going to play the old school way of just grounded footsies. They'll be looking for whip punishes everywhere. They'll be backing up a lot and doing everything they can to frustrate you as you approach her. Think of her as a Guile, but with a really good normals instead of a really good fireball, you know? She wants you to whiff buttons and to make risky jumps and drive rush at her, because that's what she's strong in punishing you. She's really strong at reacting to that stuff. And one hit is all she needs to corner carry you all the way to the corner, and she's got her unique set of high-lows. So really want to be patient in this matchup and fight for the drive gauge. The drive gauge is the real life bar in this matchup. So take care of your drive gauge, chip away at hers, and if she burns out before you do, you'll probably win the round. At least your odds of winning the round are about, they go up exponentially, just like you getting a wonderful, extremely tall girlfriend who can walk on her hands. Elena Burnout, while she's burnt out, she's really terrible. She doesn't have much gimmick. She's probably going to throw this, the quarter circle back heavy punch thing, where she does the overhead looking kick out just to try to bait you to doing like DIs or jumping at her. Her level 1 is not strike invulnerable, so she's totally screwed. If she has to block something and has no low meter, you can DI her easy. One thing of note that she does have in Burnout is her heavy punch uppercut will actually break armor, and so you need to use a proper normal to cancel into your DI, otherwise she could actually break your drive impact with her regular heavy punch uppercut. So we'll talk about you in Burnout versus Elena now. Elena doesn't have a traditional Burnout string, and her game plan doesn't change too much when you're in Burnout. It does just make her even more insane with the buttons, though. Having extra advantage on block, like +4 on her buttons and pokes, makes things, you know, really egregious in this fight. She is hard to fight in Burnout, but Spin sight is still not gapless while you're in burnout, so you can still jab her out of it. The high-low mix-up is also going to be her big option with the crouching medium kick hitting low is now +0 on block, and her overhead's actually +2 on block. And you have no parry as an option, so she's going to be mixing this stuff in left and right. It's just hard to deal with in burnout. That's what she's going to be going to. The lack of parry or drive impact also makes the roll low key better. You basically have to risk a super to challenge the empowered link snap in this scenario. Otherwise, everything else pretty much loses to it. One very unique thing Elena does have while you're burnt out is if she throws you in the corner, her drive impact is actually auto-timed for a checkmate scenario. So if you get thrown in the corner by Elena, be on the lookout for that drive impact and have a super ready to buffer it or punish it, because her drive impact will jump scare you after a throw in the corner. And that is it for our Elena matchup mastery video. I'm glad you guys stuck around this long. You know it already. I am the Depressed Gamer. I need you all to be good to yourselves. Please like, comment, subscribe. Keep on struggling, and I will see you in the next one.